double up the sound, the correct stress as well. Okay, so thanks for joining. If you're interested to join, you may hop on or you can subscribe to my lesson. There is a promotion going on, Hallo Sama, the code, and you'll get 30% discount, and possibly you might be eligible to get 2 free lessons as well. What you have to do is you have to visit my profile and check from there whether you are eligible or not. If you're eligible, I suggest you better take the opportunity to subscribe to my lesson. Okay, and have a good experience. Okay, so Nabil says, I'm from Bahrain. Welcome, ahlan asahlan. And Lisbeth, muchas gracias. Welcome on in Germany. Bienvenue in French. So, Elikan says, I understand you little, not I little understand you. Okay, remember that if you practice more, your confidence will be grown, and definitely your motivation would be increasing. Remember that practice is the magic word to develop yourself to a certain level. Everyone's primary target here is to speak consistently, fluently, and in an amazing way. And it is only possible if you subscribe to a competent, qualified teacher who can help you, who can show you the guidelines, and also who can make things easier for you. Okay, so welcome guys. That is what we are going to learn today, and I have to wait until my subscribers here, otherwise I'll have to go with my own soliloquy dialogue. Hafsa, you're from Pakistan, welcome. Elkan says, I understand you. That's great if you understand me. Thank you very much guys for joining once again. It's really my pleasure to welcome you and see you for the first time. Okay, so you can see my screen through my laptop that I have shared here. Okay. Okay, so Alican says, I can't speak English, not I couldn't. Could is a past tense. Binay says, to use. Hello, my dear, welcome. Hydrogen is the simplest and most common element in the universe and has very high energy content per gram. Okay, so the word energy.
Energy.
If you remember, dear viewers, that in British English we do not pronounce R in energy, so there is no R sound. But in American accent, there is R, so energy,
Energy.
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 Okay, Elegant says, but I went course. Possibly you mean to say, but I took a course and I learned English. That's great. So very high energy content per gram, as it is so lightweight. Rockets and space shuttles dash hydrogen as a power source. Hydrogen rarely, rare. Okay, Ariel.
Rarely.
You see, the second R is silent. Rarely, rarely. Dash alone as gas because it is chemically active and usually dash with other elements to form different compounds. When electric current dash through water, the water dash up into two gases, hydrogen and oxygen. When hydrogen dash it dash back into water, this process, the spallation, and this dash that hydrogen could be useful fuel for the cars of the future. At, at the moment, it dash a lot of electricity to produce hydrogen from water, but some researchers dash that new production methods will be found. Okay, so it's basically a story about, I shouldn't say story, an article about the fact of science regarding hydrogen. Hydrogen is very unstable in the nature because of its molecular activities, and it combines with other things easily. So when it combines with oxygen, it produces water. That's why the symbol of water is H2O, two parts of hydrogen and one part of oxygen. And we can't live without water. So that is the symbol of water. Okay. So dear viewers, if you're interested to join once again, you're more than welcome. What you have to do is you have to send me a open request or you have to subscribe from the subscribe button. At the moment there is a discount of 30% using this code Hallo code. Okay. Okay, so if you're interested once again, move on. Hydrogen is the simplest and most common element in the universe and has very high energy content per gram. As it is so lightweight, rockets and space shuttles use hydrogen. So first word is use. As a power source, hydrogen rarely stands alone. As a gas because it is chemically active and usually combines with other elements. To form different compounds. When an electric current passes through water, pass, the water splits up into two gases, hydrogen and oxygen. When hydrogen burns, it turns back into water. The process does not cause pollution, and this means that hydrogen could be useful fuel for the cars of the future. At the moment, it takes a lot of electricity to produce hydrogen from water, but some researchers believe that new production methods will be found. Okay, so hello Ismail, welcome. So let's move on to the next page. Okay, we've done this one last week. Temporary situation, slow changes. Okay. Practice moment of speaking, current projects. It's done as well. Temporary, slow changes. Continuous sentence using verb. Okay, this is done as well. Static verbs. So does we what does it mean by the word static verb? Static verbs are those verbs which reflect the human states. Okay, for example, verbs of thinking, believe, doubt, guess, imagine, know, realize, suppose, understand. Verbs of the senses like hear, smell, sound, taste, see. Verbs of possessions belong to, have, own, possess. Verbs of emotion dislike, hate, like, love, prefer, regret, want, wish. Verbs of appearance appear, seem, others, contain, depend on, include, involve, mean, measure, weigh, require. So what happens basically when it is a static verb, generally we don't use ing after that. Okay, and in the continuous form, either present continuous, past continuous, or future continuous, or in progressive tenses, even in the participle forms. For example, I don't say I'm not understanding. We say I don't understand you, I didn't get you. We don't want a static verb. So an interview with Bill Cox in the daily business. So let's attempt to do this one. Do you usually organize the delivery of milk to the factory? The farmers bring it here themselves. Okay, so do the farmers bring it here themselves? Well, no, we always collect the milk ourselves and the tankers deliver it to the pasteurization field twice a day. Okay, do you remember pasteurization is the process of making jam of the milk under special temperature and timing? It was invented by the scientist Louis Pasteur, a French scientist. The process has been named by his name, pasteurization. And his name was Louis Pasteur. So Bill, no, we always collect the milk ourselves and the tankers deliver it to the pasteurization plant twice a day. Interviewer, what sort of quality control procedures do you have? As a rule, we test samples of every consignment and the milk is passed down insulated pipes to the bottling plant, which is operated 24 hours a day. I will show how you round. I'll show you around a bit later, but the production line doesn't work at the moment because the employees are changing shifts. So current general activities versus current projects. Like we set up the compound in 2002 with a grant from the local government. We provide IT backup and support for a number of small and medium-sized businesses in the area. We also design websites for local companies. We look after them by doing regular maintenance and so on. When you get a new customer, we'll spend a lot talking to them to find out their needs. At the moment, we are setting up a website for a large local travel agency, and in fact, our chief programmer is in charge of that project. She has had discussion with them to find out what sort of features they require. Okay, so that is another completion of exercise. Permanent versus temporary situation. In the following exercise, decide whether the situations are permanent or temporary. Put the verbs into the present simple or present continuous. See the example. He joined the company 25 years ago and he still works for us. Work for us. That's interesting. So next sentence number 2. We dash not send out any orders this week because we're waiting for the new list. So it should be we are not sending out any orders this week because we are waiting for the new list. So welcome everyone once again. So number 3, I dash deal with Mr. Matsumi's clients this week because he's away. So I'm dealing with Mr. Matsumi's clients this week because he's away. Go down this road, turn right, and the road leads straight to the industrial estate. Number 5, because of the euro-dollar exchange rate, EU exports do not dash very well. Exports don't do very well at the moment. The stock market is risky because of the price of shares vary according to economic conditions. Number 7, I learned French because I'm going to be based in the Paris office next year. Hello, I'm Henrik Brandt. I'm German. I came from small town near Munich. Facts versus slow changes.
embarrassed.
Hey, Victoria, welcome. So, next is governments cannot last forever. Normally, political parties enjoy a period of great popularity in their early years. Then they go through a period of stability and put their ideas into practice. After that, they run out of ideas and the opposition takes power. Now, it seems that present government begins to run into difficulties and people start to criticize the prime minister. The newspapers attack other ministers because of the state of schools, public transport and hospitals, and the government loses popularity. So the next one, stative verbs. In each of the following sentences, put one of the verbs into the present simple and the other into the present continuous. See the example. We are interviewing people from outside the company for the new post, the export department. But I think we ought to give the job to Mr. Janusek. At the moment, we are carrying out a survey to find out what sort of after-sales service customers want. Number three, we've got a competition on at work to find a name for our new range of cosmetics. The marketing people are trying to find a brand name that sounds natural and sophisticated. Okay, so that is uh, number 4. You know what? You know what, Miss Eriks? Do you know what Mrs. Erickson? Do you know what Mrs. Erickson does? She's not in her office, and nobody has seen her since lunch. Actually, it should be. Do you know what Miss Erickson is doing? She's not in her office, and nobody has seen her since lunch. Number 5. Could you help me? I'm trying to translate this letter from a Spanish client. I don't know what this word means. Number 6. I dash apply for a transfer to a London office, but I don't know if I'll be successful. Okay, I'm applying for a transfer to our London office, but I don't know if I'll be successful. It all depends on whether or not they have any vacancies. Their new own brand instant coffee tastes very good, so it isn't surprising that it is becoming more and more popular. Okay, so let's go to the next one. So what's happening? Why it's all blank? I see. I have moved too fast. So production, write sentences using the following prompts. The first verb should be in the present simple and the second verb in the present continuous. See the example. I come from Austria, but at the moment I'm living in Switzerland. Come from but live. For examples, I come from Bangladesh, but at the moment I'm living in the UK. Speak and learn. I speak in English, but at the moment I'm learning Spanish. Number 3, normally like my work but not enjoying. Normally I like my present work, but sometimes I'm not enjoying it. It's a good exercise though. Number 4, want to be a consultant, so do an MBA. I want to be a consultant in the future, so I'm doing my MBA at the moment. Number 5, work from 9 to 5 but stay late. I like working from 9 to 5, but sometimes I'm staying late to complete my other responsibilities. Number 6, travel a lot and visit Australia. I like traveling a lot, and I'm planning to visit Australia next year. Number 7, have several subsidiaries in Europe and set up another one in Brussels. I've got quite a few several subsidiaries in Europe, and at the moment I'm setting up a new office or another office in Brussels. Brussels is the capital city of Belgium. All right. Number 8, normally export a lot of grays but not get many waters. Normally we export lots of waters to Greece, but at the moment we're not getting many waters because of the current economic crisis all over the world. Okay, guys. So these are some of the exercises. Let's do the next one. Right question to go with the answer is either the present simple or present continuous. See the example.
Either.
Either both are correct. Either or. Hello, Lana. Welcome. So, where do you come from? I come from a little town called Zag near Zurich. So, I'm writing to Mark Sones to ask for an up-to-date catalog. So, from the answers, you have to guess the question. And please bear in mind that the question may be present indefinite or simple, or present continuous or progressive. Sorry. Hello, Sammy L. Welcome. Okay. So number three. So number two, what could be the question? I'm writing to Marksons to ask for an up-to-date catalog. So the question might be, what are you writing at the moment? Number three, I think he's a consultant. So what's his profession? It could be the question. Number four, I usually cycle in, but sometimes I bring the car. So the question is possibly, how do you commute, or how do you travel to the office? Number five, our sales director goes abroad about 3 or 4 times a year. So the possible question is, how many times does your sales director go abroad? Number six, no, not at all, LL. In fact, the factory is doing a 3-day week. So the possible question might be, how is the factory doing at the moment? So the answer is not at all well. In fact, the factory is doing a 3-day week. That means they're only open on 3 days in any business week. Number seven. Yes, very well. We met in 1980. When did you meet? We met in 1980. Okay. So the next question is past simple. Alright guys, we'll explain past simple in our next lesson. And thank you very much for joining. At the moment my subscribers didn't turn up, possibly they're busy. Thank you very much all the people who are watching silently, and some of the people who have made some comments. Please remember that the best way to learn grammar is to practice some exercise, and we explain from there. And amazingly, more or less, we all know grammar, because especially in non-native English speakers like Asia, European countries and African countries, grammar is taught in the primary or secondary level as a part of their education or studies. But the matter is that when we grow up, but sometimes we can't use the grammar because we don't know the rules, we forgot. It's a matter of practice, as I said many times. Practice is the key word or the magic word for your development, for your progress, for your improvement. So when you find out something is lacking of, or you need to develop, focus on it, and I'm sure that you can develop. Uh, Remember that the best British teachers or the American teachers can give you lessons, instructions, guidelines, show you how to do the homework, show you how to progress, but it is you who have to do all the hard work. Your efforts, your dedication, your enthusiasm will take you from one point to another. And always make sure you practice, you plan, and practice regularly, consistently, and not possible continuously, but continually. And I'm sure you know the difference between continuously and continually. When you're doing something without stopping, all it continuously. But when we are giving a little bit break, then again we're doing on and off, we say continually. Okay, and I know that many of you are interested to join. So all the new users, possibly you may be eligible to get 2 free lessons. Visit my profile and try to subscribe from there. And also, as you can see, I pinned behind the comment the code Hello Summer, 30% discount code if you want to subscribe to any classes or any teachers. And this code is valid up to the end of the 4th of July, 5 p.m. US time, because the main office is Hello based in the USA. So they consider always the 5 p.m. That is the end of the business day. So dear viewers, thank you very much once again for watching. Thanks for your lovely comments. I hope that you have learned something. If you have learned something, please follow me, support me, and practice at your home. Okay? And once again, thanks for coming here. All right, and let me see if we can share, because we've got still 2 more minutes. And before we end up, I've got a question. How do you practice your English language? Do you practice on a daily basis? Do you watch movies? Do you read newspaper? Do you listen to audio podcast? Do you practice writing? Do you have friends or families with whom you can practice your speaking? Or do you have any other group? As you know, from the Hello, it is a great opportunity for you to go for live stream freely, and you can invite 2 people, then you can practice with them. And also, Hello is offering free chances to listen to many teachers. Many teachers conduct public live stream, open live stream for you, so that you can join, you can listen to them. And also from the Hello, if you don't want to subscribe but still you want to join a teacher's live stream, you can use $2 as one-time hop on cost, and obviously you can learn a lot of things, utilize something, learn something that will be helpful for your rest of life, for your academic career or in the future life. Okay guys, and thank you very much once again for being here. Okay, you take care and bye. I hope to see you in the future. Cheerio.